Lafayette, Zach Young, he's in his 5th season. He's taken his team to the state tournament every year, and in the previous 4, he won the state championship, and the year before that, he was an assistant coach to Steve Burkhardt on a championship team, and we are underway, and right away, the Ozark block goes up strong against Staciana Stock, as it looks like Kaylin Smith in the middle, and we'll have to pick up the number of the right side. I believe. Well, we'll find out. But regardless, first point goes to Ozark, and we are underway with their server, Riley Thixton. And a strange shot by Kennedy Anderson, the 5'7" sophomore center. I think she was planning on bump setting that ball and then maybe thought about taking it over. Regardless, it didn't go either. Neither a set nor an over. Server is Staciana Stock. And an angle shot and a kill from one of my favorite names in all of volleyball, Macy Putt. Since I'm a golfer and I love to putt, I love seeing Macy Putt out on the outside. This Ozark team has quite a record at the state tournament. They never leave unhappy. They always find a way to win that 3rd place game if they don't get into the championship. And we'll talk about that as the match proceeds. Shot out of the back row by Staciana Stock. Now a swing on the right from number 12, Katie Voorhees. And then Putt with authority into the deepest corner of the court. Macy Putt with the kill. So it looks like number 12, Katie Voorhees, 5'10" sophomore, is getting the start over on the right side. Hannah Flowers, and that ball's out off of the antenna. The set was too wide from Emily Orlando, number 23, and Flowers ripped it into the antenna, and it's an early 4-1 Ozark lead. And the start is similar to the one Lafayette had in their first set against St. Teresa's, which they lost. Don't want to start slow in pool play. Mary Gable going up one-on-one against Voorhees. Now Gable the other direction. That's going up in the stands off of the defender in the back left position, Holly Luganbill. And Luganbill comes off for the libero, who is Molly Taylor in the black. And ripping the ball out of bounds is Lexi Johnson, 6'1" senior middle hitter. The set was low, and she tried to turn it, and it went wide left. Lexi Johnson committed to Arkansas Tech University. Now out to Macy Putt, but she's blocked by Hannah Flowers, then just tipped over by Johnston. Flowers off of Johnston. That ball is down. Good sprawling, diving save by Molly Taylor, the 5'3" senior libero. She's everywhere. Love those 5'3" players that are not afraid to get on the floor. There's a place in volleyball for every size of player. Good save. Oh, it's up in the plane, so Gable put it down. I'm not sure that would have gone over. I'm not sure Mary Gable probably could have pulled off and that ball would have died on the tape, but she decided to take things into her own hand. It's a good thing Ozark didn't keep it alive. Now it's hard serve right at Putt and a double contact by the setter, Kennedy Anderson, and she looks upset, but it really was trying to force against the flow, perhaps a bit too wide. Lafayette now up 6-4, and a ball off the tape, make it 7-4. Ace serve for number 14, Melanie Flowers, 5'7" senior DS. And we're going to get a timeout taken early by third-year coach Adina Brewer. So we see down below on the left side of your screen, Adina Brewer talking things over with her Ozark Tigers. Her assistant coaches behind her in the red warm-ups are Brianna Kelly and Carly Thomas. We appreciate Carly Thomas's help in going over the lineup. We were able to catch up with her. We remember her as quite a player in the St. Louis area at Althoff High School, as well as an All-American at Missouri State. And it's nice to see Carly Thomas in the coaching ranks with the Ozark Tigers. We mentioned the Tigers, the 2009 Class 4 state champs, and then, and this is truly remarkable, they've made it to the Final Four 2010 all the way to 2015. But in each one, they have finished third. So they have not qualified for the championship match. They've played in the third place match, but they've won it 6 consecutive times. So they certainly can bring a lot of effort to that last match of the season. And that's a remarkable feat when you've not qualified for the championship to go into that third place match and come out on fire and do it 6 years in a row. And Carly Thomas said they like to go home happy, and that's what they do. That last swing by Macy Putt for a big kill off the timeout, that's just what Coach Adina Brewer wanted. And she'll take that also, a big block by Macy Putt and Lexi Johnston. So a nice combination double block against Hannah Flowers. And our server is number 6. That's Bryn Bonewell. Bonewell with a sprawling touch, and it won't come back. Actually, I think that was Riley Thixton that got a hand on that ball. But a kill for Mary Gable. Things getting a little rough up here in the skybox, but everything holding up. Server is Hannah Flowers. She likes hard top spin, and we're going to get a football. We haven't seen one of those so far in the tournament. The line judge right on that call. Our first referee is Tim Carl. He is from Jefferson City. He's on the stand. Roll shot by Gable, kept alive. Ozark will send it back as a free ball. And now Lily Cooper chops one to the hardwood. 3 set from Emily Orlando and Lily Cooper. The timing's not quite perfect, but Lily Cooper is 6'5". If you get the ball high enough, she can hit it. She played for head coach Corey Arbini at High Performance St. Louis this past year, and I was proud to be one of the assistant coaches. And another kill for Lily Cooper. And by my unofficial count, Cooper has about 5 kills in the 2 matches that the Lafayette Lancers have played. Basically 2 sets plus the beginning of this set where they lead 10-7. And she's already been set more than the entire tournament last year. Her job was just to block. Not anymore. Oh, that's an excellent swing out of the back row. Mary Gable with some serious top spin. And Lafayette's off to a much better start in this first set than they had against St. Teresa's. Mary Gable continuing to serve. Lafayette up 11-7. Short serve, excellent short serve. Takes Ozark completely out of system, and then on a down ball, Macy Putt sends it out wide right. Sometimes you try to do too much. When the play's broken and it's an out-of-system play, just make sure that ball's in. Putt with a good up on the serve and a hard-driven ball off of the block by Lexi Johnston. She kills it thumb down off the the left hand of the blocker, who I believe was Staciana Stock. The libero puts it in play. That's Molly Taylor. Lily Cooper, they're going to her. But this time she's dug in the back row by Putt. Now Staciana Stock is dug by Molly Taylor. Back row swing coming. Cooper's up with Stock, but it is covered by Ozark. Now they'll stop Gable's swing. Putt's going to clear it with a down ball, and Lily Cooper's going to reject that. Had a great celebration. And she goes to her knees, but at 6'5", she's still taller than Emily Orlando. And I don't think Lafayette realizes that Ozark served that ball. Molly Taylor served it. They're not sure who the next server is. Lily Cooper's afraid to go off, but she does. As the libero in the teal blue, Kaylee Kantouth, comes on. Lafayette in the far court, Ozark in the near court. Kantouth the server, putt with the up. It's a little low, bump set out to the left side and a swing down the line. Very creative shot by Sydney Branson. First time we've mentioned her name, number 10 with the kill, 5'11" junior. Ozark within 4 at 13-9, and they'll go on the serve of Kennedy Anderson, 5'7" sophomore setter. And in the front row comes Katie Voorhees to play right side. Setter dump. Oh, and a bad decision. Emily Orlando sent it over on 2, and you could tell Kaylin Smith, the middle hitter, had a chance to play it, but she felt like somebody was behind her, so she chose to let it drop. Unfortunately, no one picked it up. So next time, she'll play that ball. Another good swing out on the left. This time it's Katie Voorhees lined up in rotation 1 with the setter right back. She takes a swing on the left before she goes to play right side, but doesn't have to hurry because she puts it away. Coming off the bench, Riley Thixton, 5'8" senior DS, and sometime outside hitter. All these teams have tricks up their sleeves. Lafayette uses a blocking sub. Ozark has some extra setters, but this time they go to putt. Perfect set from Kennedy Anderson out to Macy Putt. And Putt puts it away down the line. And we are at 14-11 Lafayette. Ozark has fought back. Staciana Stock tries to go off the hands of middle hitter Kaylin Smith. She misses. Sends it wide into the netting. And the Lancers' lead is cut to 2, and Ozark is shifting the momentum. Running the slide is Weselich, and that's the first time we've mentioned Catherine Weselich, the 6'1" junior middle hitter, but she runs a nice slide from her setter, Emily Orlando. Staciana Stock is back to serve. Short roll shot by Stock, handled, and Putt attacks the high hands, but it's dug. Now an excellent dig by Taylor on Hannah Flowers, just cleared over by Macy Putt. Another chance for Flowers. She comes way inside, and she crushes it. Kennedy Anderson, from her right back defensive position as a setter, tried to pop that ball up, but too much Hannah Flowers pace on the swing from the right side. Flowers can be an outstanding pin hitter. She is headed for the University of Memphis, where I expect she'll either play on the left or on the right. Inside set to Gable. She's dug. Good back bump set from Taylor, and it goes as a kill. Macy Putt with the kill. Number 16 appreciated that excellent back bump set by Molly Taylor. Always important when that libero becomes the setter. Give your hitter a chance, and she did. The server is number 7, Holly Luganville, and she'll get to serve again because a big double block. Lexi Johnson up with Macy Putt against Hannah Flowers. So Thixton puts it in play again. She's a senior, so she's experienced these Final Fours before. Now a hard angle shot, and that's an excellent swing by Mary Gable. She was part of last year's state championship team, but she was not as important an outside pin hitter now in her junior year. Lafayette relies on her swings from the left pin. Putt pushes it deep. Good run through by Stock. Out to the other pin to Gable, and it goes down. So that's what I call three-corner volleyball. Stock picks it up in the deep corner, goes up to the other corner with Orlando, and she pushes it out to the pin, and Gable puts it away. Covering the entire court. Good shot by Voorhees, but handled by Cantout. Lily Cooper tips it over. It's kept alive, and putt is rejected by Cooper and Flowers. If you're Macy Putt, that at 6 foot, that's a big block. Hannah Flowers goes 6'2", and Lily Cooper goes 6'5", and they were both up, and Lafayette is up 19-14, and head coach Adina Brewer is going to take a timeout. We wanted to thank athletic director Terry Jameson from Ozark, as he was part of the sponsorship of game day here at the Class 4 Friday pool play round, helping to bring Prepcast to the air. And we also appreciate head coach Zach Young, as he and the volleyball program personally chipped in to help sponsor these broadcasts. So we want to thank both Zach Young and Terry Jameson for their contributions to our ability to bring you this match. We did mention the first official is Tim Carl. The second official on the floor is Lori Ferguson from Springfield. She was our up ref earlier in this match, and now she's on the floor. And we are back underway, and Macy Putt gets the first swing. What a dig in the backcourt by Melanie Flowers. Now Flowers sprawls to keep another ball alive. Then Lily Cooper keeps one alive, and that's going to be a double contact on Lily Cooper. Now that's a play I've hardly ever seen. Cooper saved the ball up, and it stayed up kind of in the plane, so she went up again to block it, but nobody attacked it from the Ozark side. Actually a smart play on their side, because then when Cooper made contact again, that second one was not considered a block since no one was attacking the ball. So double contact on Lily Cooper. She is a commit to Duke University, a verbal commit. That ball crawled through for Mary Gable. Nobody was quite sure, but the first referee let everyone know. Tim Carl with the decisive hand signal. Now we'll see the blocking sub into the match. It's Kerrigan Coggin, the 6'1" sophomore right side. Hannah Flowers will be the server, and it will be up to Flowers, I believe, to set. Well, it won't matter because she hit it out. Who's ever in the right back will set the ball. Now, Coggin will go off, not able to contribute her skills in the right front position as a blocker because Emily Orlando has returned. Emily Orlando, the setter, committed to St. Joseph's of Indiana, so she'll play in the GLVC. She goes bump set to Flowers in the back row, and Flowers misses it long, and this one's getting tighter, 2017. Ozark is in it on the serve of Macy Putt. She gets some last-minute serving instructions from head coach Adina Brewer and sends over a long, hard floater. Good pickup by Cantout. Now Putt with a great dig, tipped over by Lexi Johnson. Then Lily Cooper beats it into the block. She's rejected. Lexi Johnson was up with Sydney Branson, and it's going to lead to a timeout for head coach Zach Young. Mentioned the records for Ozark. It's 18 districts, 8 Final Fours, the 2009 Class 4 champs, and 6 consecutive third-place finishes. That has to be an all-time record. I'm not sure it's a record that Ozark is necessarily making their goal, but they've certainly done well. And if they get in a third-place match in this year's tournament, they'll certainly be the favorites. They know how to play that match. I'm sure they'd rather be in the championship match, which they were in 2009, and they won it. For St. Joe's, they have 11 district championships, 7 Final Fours, and then they have won 5 consecutive state championships, which I know is the best ever in Class 4. Santa Fe may have won 6 in Class 3. I'll have to look that up when we're on the break. But it is a remarkable record, and we have to compliment them on their win over St. Joseph's Academy, the number 10 nationally ranked team in prep volleyball. It was a classic out at Lafayette in sectional final. They won it in 3. Hitting air by Mary Gable, no touch called. That ball looked well over the top of the net. The begging for touch play by players seldom influences these officials. So 2019, Ozark with a chance to tie it up on the serve of Macy Putt. And they'll get a free ball, chance to attack. They're going to run a quick set in the middle. What a touch by Orlando to keep it alive. And then another good one from Flowers. That's Melanie Flowers. Now a ball tipped over. Orlando's going to get a chance to set. Oh, they're going to call a double contact on the set, I believe, on Kennedy Anderson. I think that was the call because play stopped. And now it's clearly a 21-19 lead. And Mary Gable is the server for Lafayette, so they dodge a bullet there. Tight ball in the plane. Stock goes up. And Kennedy Anderson at 5'7" tried to stop the push down by Staciana Stock, but she could not. And a little separation. I think Adina Brewer is out of timeout, so Putt with a good up. And a hard-driven ball by Sydney Branson, but Stock will get a chance to counterattack. Putt with another up. Now a tip. 2 players there for Lafayette. They'll keep it alive. They're hustling on defense. Taylor gives the free ball to her setter, Anderson, and it goes over on a tip. Now Putt with a good up. This one will go out on the corner to Sydney Branson for the kill. Big kill for number 10, Sydney Branson, the 5'11 junior. Molly Taylor will be the server. Ozark within 2 at 22-20. Court 1, second round of Class 4 pool play. Stock with a ball that's off the block, picked up by Taylor, and a shot down the line. And that was a bullet from Sydney Branson. Number 10 with authority. That's the hardest ball she's hit in this match, and it cuts the lead to 1 and lets Molly Taylor serve again. She's going to serve short. Inside set to Stock, and that's a kill. Macy Putt was there, but credit Staciana Stock. She came in for a 4 set. Orlando gave it to the outstanding sophomore outside hitter, and she elevated. Kaylee Kantoff now the server. Her sister Morgan played libero last year. She's taken over that position. Stock with no transition, forced to roll. Taylor picks it up and sending it long and out. Macy Putt out of the back row. She went for the hands but didn't get them. And we are at set point in set 1 as Lafayette trying to move their set record to 2-1. Put Ozark at 1-2, and the serve is over from Kantoff. Taylor becomes the setter. Gibson's going to send it long. No, Kantoff played it. I don't think that ball from Sydney Branson would have gone in, but it doesn't matter now. 24-22. A lot of pressure on the server, Kennedy Anderson, but that does bring in the third attacker in the front row with the setter in the back row, as Katie Voorhees is in to play right side. Staciana Stock, and the hard-driven ball through the seam in the block, and a kill for number 11, and the first set is in the books. Lafayette wins it 25-22. So 1 set complete.